All right, I'm here with Finance Minister Bill Morneau. First of all, congratulations on your first budget.
Well, thanks. I'm glad to be here.
All right, you lay out in your budget many years of deficits, but you don't say when we will return to balance. When will Canada return to balance?
Well, let me just step back and say what we do lay out in our budget. I mean, we talk about what we promised Canadians. We promised Canadians to focus on helping the lives of the middle class. We promised Canadians on making significant investments that would improve the long-term growth rate of this country. So those are exactly the things we've delivered on in this budget. We also said that we're going to be prudent along the way. So the measure that we've focused on is we're going to reduce our amount of debt against our GDP over the course of our mandate. We think it's the right thing to make these investments right now. It's going to improve people's lives today, but also for generations to come.
So you have no date at present to return to budget?
Well, what you can see in our budget is that we've said that if we can make these investments, we can improve the growth rate in our economy. And we recognize that that's the main thing we want to do, faced with, we've had low growth for a decade, faced with the kind of challenges we have with demographics. So if we can improve the growth rate in the country, which is what we aspire to do, you can see in our budget that there's a track where we can get to a balanced budget over the course of 5 years or so.
You want to help the middle class. You're improving child benefits for parents, but you're also cutting tax credits that the Conservatives brought in that would also help parents, such as a child fitness tax credit or maybe even income splitting for parents. Why do that? You're going into deficit anyway. Why not keep those measures as well and help families even more?
Well, I think if you look closely at our budget, you'll see that we've really helped middle-class Canadians. We started with tax cuts on January 1st, so we've helped 9 million Canadians with lower taxes, so that's a significant first step. The way we dealt with childcare benefits, though, is very important. We've changed it. It's simpler. It's monthly check. It's tax-free, and what it does is for 9 families out of 10 with children. So think about that. 9 families out of 10 with children are better off. And on average, they're better off by $2,300. That includes all those measures you've said. So we've made it simpler for people. We've made it focused on the people who need the help, middle-class families who are raising kids, and we've done it in a way that they can understand much better. So we are very pleased with this new addition, and we know it makes life a lot easier for people in the middle class.
How do you actually measure success with something like this? What indicators will you be looking at to try and say, yes, we actually did help the middle class, or yes, we actually did improve the economy?
Well, they're really important and easy measures that we can start with. We reduced taxes for 9 million Canadians, so I have 9 million ways to measure that. With the Canada Child Benefit, we can actually measure the improvement in the amount of money people get, and as I said, on average, $2,300 per year. But there's other things we can measure. We project about 300,000 children who are currently living in poverty. I didn't get the number wrong. 300,000 children will be lifted out of poverty through the introduction of the Canada Child Benefit. So that's an enormous measure. And we have a whole host of other initiatives that we think are the important measures for the middle class. We've increased Canada's student grants. We can measure the impact on how many students that's going to help. We've increased the guaranteed income supplement for the poorest of seniors. We can see that that'll help 900,000 seniors. So we're committed to measurement, and we're going to be able to measure a lot of these things very quickly.
The opposition is not happy with your plan. The Conservatives calling it a nightmare. But regardless of that, would you be open to amendments from opposition parties if they put them forward?
Well, our approach to government is to be open and transparent. We'll always listen to voices. We've spent a lot of time on this budget, and we know we've done the 2 things we wanted to do. We know we've improved the situation of middle-class Canadians. We know this Canada Child Benefit makes an enormous difference. And we know we've started down a path to really improve the growth rate of this country. So we're convinced, and we're very proud of what we put forward because we know it's going to help people both now and in the future.
Minister Morneau, thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
Thanks, Cormac. It's great. Thanks a lot. Okay, cheers.